Welcome to the tribe. And if you've been tuned in, then you already know the vibe. Listen, fam, on this channel, we talk about masculinity, confidence, personal development, overall, just becoming better across the board entirely. Mindset, fitness, nutrition, everything. Okay. It's really important that we as men, although there are women watching my page now, so I'm about to start catering, to everybody. We just get better as people in general. All right. So I want to get better at telling my story because I haven't really been doing the best job at telling about my story, who I am, talking about my adversities, talking about what I've been through, the details, etc. A lot of people see my life now and they're like, okay, so like, how did you get to that level? And my level's really not shit, really. I mean, yeah, okay, I got a foreign BMW, but it's not. I'm so far from where I want to be, but I'm just documenting my journey because when I look back to where I was, I've straight came a long way. And I know that even though I'm not where I want to be, like finally, I've made a lot of progress in my story, and my situation can help somebody. My perspective can help somebody, maybe like you. So I want to let you know that my life has been good. I have made a lot of good decisions in my life. I've been smart. I've been diligent with my studies. I've passed tests. I've passed courses. I've gotten different certifications and degrees. Like I'm not a fuck boy. I was never somebody who really just fucked off their potential or fucked off their life. I've always been somebody who's strived for excellence. I've always strived to be the best that I can be. I've always strived for more. Yes, I've fallen for temptation. Yes, I've made mistakes. Yes, I've gone, the wrong way, right? And hit a couple dead ends. But I think that's part of life. I think that's what everybody does, generally speaking. Now, most people don't realize I'm not that different. Like, most people aren't that different. Like, we're all going through life. We're all going through struggles. People think that they're going through something that no one's ever gone through and their life is so difficult and my life is so challenging and all this stuff. But really, I mean, no matter what the adversity is, the point is you need to get stronger. Why? So that you can get through it. And I've dealt with so much bullshit that it's just gotten to the point where I've had no choice but to deal with it. You know, I'll, you know, I'll be real with you, but I've also had a lot of really good times in my life, a lot of highlights, true signs and moments where I know that God is real. Many times where I know that manifestation and the fruits of your labor, it's all possible when you take action. Like I've seen situations come to fruition, come to reality through perseverance, through dedication, through effort, through action. And I'm here to tell you that you can achieve the results that you want in life. You can achieve the lifestyle you want to live. You can become the person you want to be, but you need to start with so many attributes within. You got to start hitting the gym. You got to be physical. You got to change your surroundings, right? All of these things that I've done, right? Out of college, I graduated. Me and this girl, we moved. I was dating this chick at the time. It was November. She knew me as Aaron. A lot of people now know me as Henry. So, and that's another thing, but we're not going to get too deep on that. I'll remember, this was probably I was 23, 24, right? Drove across the country. Well, not across the country yet. I had drove from New York to Florida with this girl. We had drove to Florida. I started selling vacation packages inside of this department store called Bass Pro Shop. I'm learning about sales, learning about people, out in the field, applying what I learned from college with my communication, and we had took a huge risk, bro. We just wired some money to some strangers, hoping that the key would be under some rock when we got there. We left in the middle of November, December snowstorm, drove down to Florida, got there, turned out to be some super ghetto trap house on some cul-de-sac, dead end street, fucking fiends everywhere, violence everywhere, SWAT team, gunshots, and it was just a crazy situation. Yet we're there, me and this white girl, this little white girl, bro. Can you imagine? We're in our 20s, and I'm like there with all this activity going around, and it was just so incongruent from what I wanted to be living and doing, long term. But it was a step forward at that time. It was still a step forward because I remember shit. I was in my mom's attic. I was living with my mom. And nothing wrong with that, but I was ready to get going. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get on my own. So, fuck, that was better than being in my mom's attic. Have my own spot. You know what I mean? Me and this girl. We were in a relationship, and it was cool. First chance to really see what's going on independently besides being at college with dorm room roommates and shit like that. Me and this chick, we're out there, and I just remember putting up pictures of what I wanted my life to really look like, you know, and kind of making the inside as attractive as possible, because the outside was not that lovely, bro. It was the trenches, I promise, bro. If you look it up, you can look it up right now. It's C Street in Fort Myers, letter C in Fort Myers, Florida. C Street, Fort Myers. I think the address was 3812. Look it up. That's where I lived. And yeah, so we would park our cars like at the ghetto street at the end of it, and there would be all type of crazy shit going on, super dark. But the inside of the house was just, we would just decorate the inside so lovely. You know, we'd have pictures of, you know, affirmations, pictures of our dream life, our dream cars, our dream house. We'd have positive quotes and all this type of stuff. And our, you know, our things were nice and organized, because we tried to, at that time, we tried to manifest and visualize a new life, you know, and we would just create our own world from within. And sometimes that's what you have to do. Sometimes you have to create your own world. Sometimes you have to create.
Hi, Henry. Are you able to bring food in?
Yeah, I'm doing a delivery right now, and that's another thing. Like, I do delivery sometimes. I'll be out here in the streets doing deliveries. A lot of people will be like, "Oh, you do a delivery?" Yeah, dude, I do delivery, because while I'm sitting here making content, I can help serve people. And maybe that's what you need to do sometimes. Maybe you need to start from the bottom. Make that your dream goal, your dream life. Maybe you can't get into that investment yet. Maybe you can't get into that career position. I've had to do a ton of shit, ton of different jobs, fam, like DoorDash, Uber. I'm doing all that shit. We all have to do what you got to do. But while you do what you do, then is you take all that money, right? And that's what I was doing. I was just taking whatever job I could at that time. You taking all that money and you invest into your education. You buy courses, you buy mentors, you buy programs, and that's what I did, bro. I just was so desperate for success that I just put myself in an uncomfortable situation, trying different things, random jobs, hustling, just doing task rabbit jobs, and doing just fucking posting ads on Craigslist. Started selling real estate, which was cool, you know. And so all this in a strive to become better, right? And to this day, I'm still constantly striving to become better. You know, we went from Florida to California during the hurricane. And me and this girl, the same girl, we had moved to California. Now I'm in California, new environment again. You know, I'm like 25, 6, something like that. And I'm selling solar panels door to door, knocking on people's doors. Like, I don't even know where the fuck I was. Didn't know anything about the cities, didn't know anything about the streets. Barely even knew about solar. But there I am pitching people on why they should switch to solar energy to save money. So this has been my life, you know, coming from, you know, a small office city, you know, doing SEO work, to now, you know, recently I was working in Google's office, one of the Google's parties offices, doing marketing for small businesses. And I've done a ton of networking out here. I've done a ton of, you know, social media, marketing, content creation. I work with a lot of big brands. I've done a ton of coaching. You know, if you need help, you know, it's really about the mindset, because with the mindset, you can do anything. I'm still at a point right now where I'm narrowing down what I really want to do and love to do, you know. And what I love to do is this. I love to do this. I do the deliveries and the things like this because it's good cash flow, because then I can take that and then put it into assets like the stock investing. We invest into the stock market, day trading, options trading. If you need to learn about that, hit the link in the description. Robinhood, that's the place to start. Entry level, then you eventually can get to, you know, bigger brokerage accounts. But that's what it's all about, bro. You have to figure out how to start somewhere. Work with what you got. Take one step forward. Your next step might not be your final step, obviously. Like, we're all here to get better, progress. But what I can guarantee you is that one day you'll look back 2-3 years from now, and you'll be like, damn, I made a lot of progress, as long as you show up for yourself, as long as you put in that work, all right? Man up.